Hey everyone, today we are going to see a human-like AI agent which can understand multiple messages which you send and also can process the response in the multiple message over there. So it doesn't feel like robotic giving one long answer. Instead, it can split multiple answer and send you, and you can also send the multiple questions over there and it will answer accordingly. And this is not necessarily to be built on WhatsApp. It can be done on your Telegram, on whatever chatting application you are building. So the solution which we are going to see today is a customized solution for each and every need, and it's a very scalable and kind of a platform agnostic solution which you can use on any kind of a platform. So you might have seen only the initial part from where we are getting the message and only the ending part where we are sending the message. For that only we use that platform part. Other than rest, all the between part is all the platform agnostic thing which can be applied to any kind of a platform. So in this initial part of this n8n workflow, we handle the batch messages, and at the sneaky part of the workflow at the end, we handle the multiple messages that can AI agent can send. So stick till the end because I'm going to share this workflow with you so you can customize it accordingly as your need, and you can use this in Telegram, WhatsApp, or whatever chat application you use. So hi, my name is Lakshit and I help businesses and teach people about AI so that they can use in their day-to-day life or grow their businesses. So let's get started. So let's get started with the black canvas of n8n. And if you don't know what is n8n, n8n is a low-code, flexible AI workflow automation tool which can help you to automate anything. Now to use n8n, there are two ways. One is the cloud version and second is the self-host version. So in the cloud version, if you want to use and if you want to get started, you have to pay 20 euros per month. It could be around 2000 to 2500 something. But if you are serious and if you want to use n8n in your day-to-day life, I would suggest you go for self-host version, which I am also using. So for that, I am using Hostinger from past 1 year, and I would say it has never disappointed me with a so good service and a so cheap price. So for around 500 per month, you will get more than what you are getting in the cloud version. And on top of that, if you use my code, you will get extra 15% off. So for that, you can use any plan, whatever you want. I am currently on KVM2. So I'll choose this plan. And now over here, you can see there are periods which you can choose. There could be 1 month, 12 month, 24 month. 15% off coupon is only valid on 24 month. But don't worry, I will give you 10% off on the 12 month as well. So for the 24 month, you can come over here, have a coupon code, write Lakshit 15 and apply, and you will get 15% off. And don't worry, if you don't want to go 24 month, you can come over here, click on 12 month and then write Lakshit 10 and you will get additional 10% off. So that's a crazy offer. So now once you're done this thing, just do the payment and then you're good to go. So now once you're done with the payment and all the setups, you will be in one of this page. After that, just click on the create workflow. Now first we need trigger. So trigger could be anything. If you're using WhatsApp, you can use WhatsApp trigger. If you're using Telegram, you can use Telegram trigger. If you have your own chat application, you can use that trigger over there. So trigger is nothing but it starts the workflow. So I'm using WhatsApp, so I'll be using the webhook over here. So now if you don't know how to set up the WhatsApp over here, I will link the video in I button so you can see how I have set up my credential and you can get along with that. Now once we have our webhook setup over here, so as you can see, I have my URL, I have my HTTP method over here, which should be post over there. Now once we have that, now it's time to receive the message. So for that, let me show you one thing. So let me make the active. Let me go to my WhatsApp and send hey. So now I send the hey over there. Now if you come over here and see in the execution, we'll be seeing I have received that message over here. So let me do one thing. Let me pin this message. So let me copy the editor. And now the message has been pinned, so I don't have to run it again and again. So now once I have that, I'll set the value inside the variable. So inside this thing, I'll be needing two values. One is the message and one is the number from which I'm getting the message. So for that, in the left hand side, you might be seeing I have in the body which contains the message. I'll write it as a message. Another one is I need a number. So for that, I'll write a number as the variable name. So in the left hand side, you'll be seeing there is a number from which I got the message in the from part. And there are another reason also why I'm using the variable. So in future, if you want to add a Telegram, so you can add a Telegram directly over here. If you want to have your own custom application which has the chatbot, you can add it directly over here. So there is a one standard set which has this two variable which could be linked with anything, so it doesn't hamper the future part of this workflow. So now once we have that part, now it's time to add this value inside the some storage. And so now once we have the message, so now what we need to do, the ideology is that we will gather the messages until some time. So let's say, for example, for 10 seconds, we will gather the message, whatever the user is sending. Once we have all the messages, then we'll process them together and we'll send the message. So for that, we'll require one place where we can store the message. So for that, we are going to use the data table of the n8n. It's the best solution because it has a very, very, very low latency instead of storing it in some Google Sheet or some Supabase somewhere. Because over there, we have to call the API and get the data. But in n8n, since it relies in your own system and we don't want to show this information to anyone else, we can store it in n8n. So for that, first let's go back over here and click on the create data table. Inside that, as you can see, I might be having a message batch processing. You can have this column of message, message status, and number. Okay, this ID created at and updated will be by default, and this all should be string. Once we have this data table, we'll come back again, click on the plus icon, search for the data table, and we need to add the entry. So for that, what we'll do, we'll use this insert row. Inside this, we'll choose the data table, and now we need to have a message. So from left hand side, we can choose the message. In the message status, we want to keep it as kind of a in queue. It means that this message is currently in queue. In the number, you can choose from the left. Once we have that, I'll execute this step. If I go to the data table, I can see that message hey in queue and this number over there. But from this entry, I can see there is one thing wrong. I'm putting the wrong entry of the number, and as well as I should remove this WhatsApp part over there. So I'll go to the n8n. I'll go to the variable part. Instead of from, I should use to. Okay, this number should be of the person to whom we need to send the message. Okay, so once we have that, now we need to remove this WhatsApp part. So for that, we'll write dot replace. We need to replace WhatsApp and then replace it with blank space. So we just get the number. If I execute this now, and now if I come to the data table and execute this now if I go to the data table, if I refresh it, we can see we have this number over there. So let's delete this entry, earlier entry, and now we are good to go. Now once we have getting the message, now we need to wait for some time so that we get all the message. So for that, we'll add a wait node over here, and now the timing could be according to your need. So for the demo purpose, I'm using the 5 second, but if you want to wait for 10 seconds to collect all the messages from the user, because user takes some time to think and add the message, you can add the time accordingly. So once you have that, we have all the things required right now. And now we need to start processing each and every message. So for that, I'll use the data table. Now we get rows. We need to choose the entry from here, and we need to match all the conditions. What should be the condition? Now for that, first let's come over here, execute the wait node. And now once we have this all thing, now we need a condition on that. We need this number and the status should be in queue. So for that, we'll come over here. We need a column as kind of a message status where it should be in queue. Okay. And now instead of variable, we'll write in queue. Then we need to add one more condition, is that we need the message from this particular number. Okay. So we'll choose a number equal to this particular number from the variable. Once you have that, we'll execute the step. So currently we have only one entry. Okay. So to show you in demo, let's go back, and now first come over here, and since it is active, I'll go to WhatsApp. I'll write, hey, how are you? So we can see we wrote all this message together. Now once we have done this thing, so the execution will happen twice because we have sent the two message, but the second execution will not get any kind of a message. So let me show you that. Let's go back to n8n, go to n execution. So we can see two executions happened. So if I go to the first execution, we'll be seeing everything happen properly. In the get rows, we'll be seeing 3 message. Perfect. Now in the second execution also, if you come over here, so it went over here and we can see 3 entries over here because we had a hey entry earlier. So now we need to process each and every entry. So for that, we'll come over here, and now we need to start looping each and every message. So for that, let's click on plus icon, search for loop over item, and let's start looping each and every item one by one. So let's replace this part. And now we need to change the status of from in queue to processed. Okay. So for that, we'll click on plus data table, and we'll update the row of kind of message processing. So let's execute it first. So we get the first entry. Now once we have that, we need to match the condition, all condition, where the message status. Now we're getting the item from the left hand side. So we'll use the ID column. ID is equal to this value. Okay. And now we need to update the value with message. We need to update the value of message status of with to processed. Now if I execute the step, so we can see that value has been processed. Now if we run this again and again, at the end, all the value which were there will be marked as processed. Now once we have that, we'll do one thing. We'll add one operation. I like to put this value over here just to give the direction. There is no operation. I'll do done looping. It's not mandatory to add, but I like to add this thing. So now let me show you this in action. Now since it is in active, let's do one thing. Let's go to WhatsApp and write, hey, how are you doing? Okay, so we have wrote this message. Let's go to the n8n and click on the execution tab. Inside the execution tab, if we see the message, both the messages ran successfully. So in the second part, as you can see, in the first part, everything ran till the end over here. Okay, but in the second execution, when we send how are you doing, at the end it stopped over here. Why it stopped? Because in the first execution only, all the message which were in queue were marked as processed. While in the second part, since there is no message to process further, so it's stopped over there. And that's what behavior we want. Okay, so once we have that, now let's come over here and this copy to editor. Okay, so now we have all the message. So we have this 4 message over here. So now what we need to do? So I know there are some duplicate message over here because we have sent multiple times, but now we need to merge all the message together so that we can process it. So we'll merge all the message together by separating comma. So for that, we'll use the code node over here. Inside this, we'll write the code in the JavaScript to merge all the message together to have a single message with the comma separated. So for that, just copy paste this code over here. I just used ChatGPT to generate this code, and also I'll be sharing you this workflow so that you can use it. And if I execute this step, you'll be seeing in the left hand side and in the right hand side, we have a number, and the merge message you can see we have all 4 message with the comma separated part over here. And that's what we want because we want to process it properly. And now once we have that message, now we will writing the AI agent which will generate the multiple message for us. Okay, so now instead of chat trigger, define below, and we want to message this one over here, and we need to have a system message. And in system message will come and click on expression, we'll make it big, and we'll write this message over here. It's a very simple message saying your name is Caddy, you are expert receptionist for Tutsi cleaning. Whatever role you want to give, you can give it. But in the note section, you can see output your response as a JSON object with between 1 and 3 message. So you're telling that give me multiple message from 1 to 3 message, where possible default to fewer message. Since you are SMS assistant, your output usually span multiple text. Feel free to use emoji in messages, and if it makes sense, some message can be only emoji. And the bottom, we have given the example as well. So now once we have that, we are good to go. Now we'll run this part. But before that, we need a chat model. So for that, I'm using Open Router. You can use whatever you want. Okay, so I'll be using 5.1. So I'll be using the new model of Open AI, which is kind of 5.1. Sorry, I'll be using the free version of it, which is kind of Open GPT OSS. Now once we have that, let me execute it. But yeah, before executing, we want to store the memory as well. Okay, so that it remains the past conversation. So for that, we'll be using simple memory. If you want to go advanced, you can use another memory as well. Now we'll use a define below, and we got a unique value over here. So for that, we have a number. Once you have the number, I like to put the context length as 10, and let's execute it now. So now as you can see, we have multiple message as the message 1 and message 2 over here. Okay, so now we need to segregate this message, multiple message, so that we can send it multiple times. So for that, again, we'll use the code node over here. We'll use the code in JavaScript and use this code. Again, I use the ChatGPT to generate this code. I'll give you the whole n8n template so you can generate on yourself. Now, if I execute it, so you can see I have a list of 2 items where message 1 and message 2. Now we need to send this message again. So for that, you can use your whatever messaging platform you're using. It could be Telegram, it could be WhatsApp, it could be other chat application. Okay, so I'll click on the plus icon and search for loop because we want to loop over the items. And now we need to send the message. So for that, I'm using HTTP method because I am sending the message to WhatsApp. Okay, and I'm using the Twilio. So for that, I'll be sending this message. And inside the message part, now if you come to the bottom part, we can see we have a to and fro to whom to send the message. And the body part, from here we got the message. So I'll execute this part. And now in the left hand side, we can see we have a message over here. So now let's execute this part. So the first message has gone. If you come to the WhatsApp part, we can see the first message is gone. If I do the execute step again, now you can see the second message has been gone. Since it was a duplicate message, so it's coming right this. But if I do one thing now, if I currently save this and it's in active mode, now let's come over here and write, hey, how are you? What is Tutsi? So we have sent a multiple message over here. So now it should process both the message properly and it should give us a multiple answer or single answer. It's their behavior as you mentioned in the system prompt. So now you can see It has given us a two answer. Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How can I help you today? To say the modern orthodontic clinic, blah blah blah. But you got the sense. It understood both the message as combined and is given the message in a multiple format. So instead of acting in as a kind of a single AI agent where just give us a long answer, one single answer, it is behaving like a more like a human. So it's giving it a multiple answer. So I hope you understand how this batch processing works. I hope you like the video. And if you want to access this workflow, you can go to my school community. Now inside the school community, there is a classroom. Inside classroom, you can go to the YouTube resource. You'll be finding this batch message and send reply, and over there you can see the n8n template. You can just download it and import, and you will be in the same page as we just saw. So I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please press the like button. Let me know your feedback in the comment box. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, take care.